Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Archer. Archer is the transferred use of an English surname originating as an occupation name to signify one who made a profession out of being a bowman. The word comes directly from the Old French archier from the Latin arcus, meaning bow. In medieval England, archery would have been practiced for the purposes of hunting, combat and/or sport. In fact, the invention of the English/Welsh longbow in the 14th century proved effective for England during the 100 Years' War against the French, so the archers who were skilled in their usage were greatly valued as protectors of their countrymen. The first recorded spelling of the surname came in the form of l'archier in the 12th century. After the invention of firearms, the bow and arrow was abandoned as a now less effective weapon in war. Archery was revived by the English upper classes in the 18th century as a fashionable sport. Today, bowmen compete in field archery and/or bow hunting competitions across North America and Europe. Some well-known archers you're probably familiar with: Diana, goddess of the hunt, and Cupid, god of love, from Roman mythology, Apollo, Artemis, and Eros from Greek mythology, Robin Hood and William Tell, and Native American Indians. Archery is one of those talents harkening back to the days of yore, and the surname was probably one which was worn with pride. As a surname turned first name, Archer is a pretty modern choice and most popular in Australia and America. Personality of the boy name Archer. The number 8 personality has everything to do with power, wealth, and abundance. Somehow, this personality has been blessed on the material plane, but their authoritative and problem-solving traits provide evidence that their good fortunes are not just the luck of the lottery. They are well-earned. This is the personality of CEOs and high-ranking military personnel. 8s are intensely active, hard-driving individuals. Success is only meaningful to them after a job well done. They are remarkable in their ability to see the larger picture right down to the smallest details and organize a strategy around success. They then have the ability to direct a group around them toward any goal and realize individual potential to get the most out of their team. Popularity of the boy name Archer. Although we see Archer on the American male naming charts back in the late 1800s, the name was so rare that it hardly made notice. For all intents and purposes, Archer didn't really come to the party until 2009. Within a few short years, Archer has risen from complete obscurity to levels of relative moderation. We expect this one to improve even more as the years advance and believe it will soon become an ultra-trendy favorite. Archer is a great alternative to Asher, for instance, while coming across as stronger and more masculine. As a surname derived from an occupation, Archer is more refined and sophisticated than, say, names like Gunner and Hunter. In general, surnames ending in "er" are quite popular. Tyler, Carter, Hunter, Parker, and Cooper are all top 100 favorites right now, all of which originated as occupational surnames, just like Archer. We think this little bowman may have his eye on the top of the charts. It's just a matter of time, so you may want to get in front of the trend right away before your son's kindergarten class fills up with a bunch of little archers. We also think Archie is a cute nickname. Lastly, consider Archer as a name perfectly suited for any baby born under the sign of Sagittarius. Their astrological symbol happens to be the archer, representing the quest for both knowledge and adventure. Not surprisingly, Archer is also a number 8 in numerology, the people who generally take aim and hit the bullseye every time. Quick facts on Archer. Gender, boy. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 351. Pronunciation, archer. Simple meaning, bowman. Characteristics of Archer. Authoritative, problem solver, tenacious, wealthy, tough, powerful, achiever. Cultural references to the baby name Archer. Literary characters of the baby name Archer. Newland Archer is the protagonist of Edith Wharton's 1920 Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, The Age of Innocence, played most fittingly by Daniel Day-Lewis in the 1993 film version. Newland is a somewhat superior gentleman lawyer, a member of one of New York's finest families in 19th-century New York, who is happily engaged to be married to the lovely and innocent May Welland. Enter Countess Ellen Olenska, May's sophisticated cousin from Europe, trailing the whiff of scandal with her, and, well, things turn somewhat away from innocence. Newland begins to be intrigued by, and then enchanted by, Ellen, while still feeling the pull of his society-approved connection to May. Although he goes through with the planned marriage, Ellen looms larger and larger in his emotional life, until he is reduced to pining for her as a mistress. When May announces her pregnancy, Newland does the right thing. Ellen leaves for Europe and all settle into their preordained lives. Was the price too high? Were the rewards enough? Will true love ever win? These are enormous, if elemental, life questions, and they are all tackled, if not necessarily answered. In the end, you are the judge. Is Newland Archer victim or conqueror? Isabel Archer is the heroine of Henry James' novel, The Portrait of a Lady, first published in book form in 1881. A beautiful, intelligent and independent young American abroad, whose life is eased by a fortuitous inheritance, she longs to live a life of freedom and adventure. Although pursued by several worthy suitors, it is Isabel's bad fortune to fall in love with Gilbert Osmond, a European dilettante who is only interested in her money. She imagines him to be better and of finer character than he really is, and determines to marry him against the advice of her family and friends. When his true character is revealed to her after marriage, her dilemma is paralyzing. Shall she admit her mistake, leave her marriage and try again to find happiness in the world, or shall she adhere to the Victorian double standard of living by a strict code of appearance for appearance's sake? Isabel's ultimate choice has left readers debating both sides for over 100 years. Popular songs on Archer. A song by Blue Oyster Cult, The Spanish Archer, Dream of the Archer, a song by Deep Purple, Teen Archer, a song by Heart. Famous people named Archer. Archer John Porter Martin, Nobel Prize winner, chemistry.